See, given the way global markets have shaped up, it makes sense to get into a buy mode because there are a lot of shorts in the system. So the first call here is Adani Enterprise, which is a buy with a stop about 218, target of 234. PTC is a buy with a stop about 67, target of 78. DLF is a buy with a stop about 272, target of 290. McLeod Russell is a buy with a stop about 368, target of 390.
A buy in JP Associates, stop loss 69.50, target 76. A sell in Jubilant Foods below 1025, stop loss 1050, target 945. A sell in Gale, stop loss 338, target 320. And a sell in Ranbaxy, stop loss 412, target 365.
Well, I think for the budget, we should be looking at some possibilities of SOPs, and in my view, the area where we could expect something is in the area of housing finance, or which could translate into some sort of bullishness within real estate space as well. So, two of my picks are in that area. First is LIC Housing Finance, which I think has traded down into the strong support zones near 235, 240 earlier in the week, and I think at about the current price of about 245, possibly down till about 240, that stock is a buy with a stop loss placed below 235 or 233, looking for a target immediately at about 255, and if SOPs are there, then of course there'll be substantially more on the upside. Second stock is a pick from the real estate lot. I think IB Real is something that I would shoot for, has been quite resistant to declines and not really been part of all this pledge share business, etc., which has bedeviled the other ones, and not really gone up like DLF has. So at about 65 levels, I would pick IB Real, keeping a stop at about 60, 61, and be looking for a target around 75. If we do get some SOPs by way of housing, then this could even have higher targets. The third pick that I have is Aditya Birla Nuvo, which had given, let's say, a multi-year breakout, and then now it's actually receding down to those levels, which are around 1020. Last seen trading at about 1045. I would recommend a buy at this level, all the way down to about 1020, keeping a stop somewhere around the 1015 region. And I would be looking at a target somewhere around 1115 to 1120.
One, Nifty has gone through a big decline, and now what we are seeing is some kind of a correction or a pullback. Today, of course, could be a day which would be more volatile. We have the budget as well as the FNO expiry. The levels to watch out, and the way I would approach the Nifty is that I'll keep a close eye on the spot levels of around 58.40, 58.45. If the market kind of starts trading above that, there's a good possibility that we might see the bounce back continue to levels of around 5875, possibly even 5920. The IVs of February options have expanded going into the event. Typically that means that it should be a big range day today, and therefore I have some kind of a minor positive bias given the fact that the global markets have also been kind of positive. I've got a few buy ideas to begin with. The first one is on IDFC, where I would suggest buying around the levels of 154, keep a stop loss below 149.5, look for targets in the range of about 165. The second buy is on McLeod Russell, which I recommend buying in the range of about 375 to about 372, keep a stop below 366 and look for a price target of 390. NTPC, it was a recommendation yesterday as well, is also on the buy list today, can be bought with a stop below 151 for a target of 159.5. And finally, one sell call, which is on Asian Paints, and that was a stock which was negative even when the markets kind of attempted a pullback yesterday, can be sold around the levels of 4390 to about 4400, and I would suggest keeping a stop loss just about 4475, looking for a target of 4240 on the downside.
I would basically watch the 5775 to 5800 on the Nifty in the beginning itself, and should the Nifty manage to stay above 5820 for most part of the session, I think 5860 to 5870 is what I would look at for taking profits on any existing long positions. The initial start to the day might be with a small spring in the step, and if at all there is any kind of profit taking at higher levels and the Nifty was to decline as compared to yesterday's close, I would monitor 5725 as a firm floor at this point in time. As far as intraday stock picks are concerned, I would initially want to buy L&T before the budget itself, and I would prefer to buy it in the cash segment at 1405 levels. I would hold these long positions with a stop loss at 1390 and expect to book profits at 1428. My second pick would be SBI, which I would want to buy in the cash segment at 2208 levels. I would hold these long positions with a stop loss at 2190 and expect to book profits at 2232 or into the session, whichever comes first.